Welcome to Subtraction Compensation, Same Change, Day 4. All right, kids, grab your whiteboard. Make sure you've got your thinking cap on. Today, it starts to get a little bit tricky. Remember, with subtraction, in order to keep the difference or the answer the same, we have to do the same thing. Subtraction compensation is same change. If we change both numbers exactly the same, our difference or our answer will be the same. If we do something different, our answers will be different or else wrong. So change both numbers exactly the same. Now, today we're doing 3-digit minus 2-digit. And this gets a little bit tricky and a little bit complicated. And so sometimes I would not choose compensation to solve some of these problems. There is a better strategy. Remember, our goal of compensation is to make sure we have our bigger digits, and usually we like 9s on the top and 0s on the bottom. The problem is now that we have 3 digits, we need bigger digits on all the columns, not just the ones place. So as I look at this, I might subtract 13 because 112 minus 12 equals 100. So if I minus one more, it's 99. And then 36 minus 13 equals 23. So our answer would be 76. Now, if I want to make it a 0, notice if I add 4, that doesn't really help me very much. It's only 116 minus 40, and I still have a big digit on the bottom. So that doesn't really help very much. So honestly, what you want to do in a situation like this is add the partner to 100, which sometimes that can get pretty complicated in our adding. However, we know that 36 plus 64 equals 100 because it's our partner. We can do 112 plus 64 and get 176. So 176 minus 100 equals 76. Subtracting 100 is super easy. So if we can make the bottom number not just a 0, but a 100 on the bottom, then that is still an easy problem. Now we could have double compensated and added 4 and then added 60. But if you know your partners, just do it together. All right, let's try this one. 158 minus 79. As you look at this, we could add 41 to get to 199, but that does not look like it would be nice. We could subtract 59, but subtracting 59 isn't too nice. Or we could add 21 because that would take us to 100. So I'm going to add, well, actually, when I look at subtracting 59, that's not too bad. So I'm going to subtract 59, and I know that it's 99 because 158 minus 58 is 100, minus one more is 99. So 79 minus 59 equals 20. And subtract and get 79. But what if we added 21? That's 179. That's our partner to our 100. So the answer is 179. Like I warned you, subtracting with 3-digit and compensation can get complicated. So let's just look at each one. And the thing is you want to look at each problem and decide what's easier on that problem. As I look at 136 minus 62, I could subtract 37, and it would be easy there, but that would be hard. I could add 63, and that wouldn't be too bad. So let's try adding 63. Well, I picked it so it would give me 199. And then 62 plus 63 is 125. Subtract and get 74. All right, let's try adding to get a 0 at the bottom. I need 62's partner, which is 38. 62 plus 38 equals 100, which is what I wanted. Oh, look, I have a problem when I add the 8 and the 6. So 130 plus 30 equals 160. But I made another 10, so 174. Subtract and get 74. Now, I'm just going to remind you that if I told you that if I'm not making the problem easier, it's not a great strategy. Kids, I would not compensate on this problem. It didn't make it any easier. I would find a different strategy. Now, the reason it was harder is because, do you see that 6 that's actually bigger than the 2? I had a big digit on the top. That's why it was harder. Let's try this. 160 minus 47. Now, I could add 39, but if I look at this, if I just subtract 1, I get 159 minus 46. That's not a hard problem, and I end up with 113. And the reason is I have a big digit there, so I just needed to worry about that. Now, let's look at this. If I add a 3, that will get me to 163 and 50. It just took me to the next 10, which is okay because I already had a big digit on top. I could have added the partner of 53, but adding 53 would have been hard. The thing about 3-digit compensation is you really do need to look at every number and say, what could I do that will make this easier? Don't do hard things to make it an easier problem. That doesn't make sense. All right, 205 subtract 87. Well, how can I get 99 right there? Well, if I subtract 6, that equals 199. So let's subtract 6 down there. 87 minus 6 equals 81. And subtract 100 minus 0 equals 100. 90 minus 80 is 10. 9 minus 1 equals 8. That was pretty easy. All right, let's try adding 13. Now, I don't want to just add a 3 because then I'll have a 90, and 90 would not be smaller. So I'm going to take it to my next 100 to get to 100. So 205 plus 13 equals 218. Honestly, on this one, I actually really liked taking it to 100 because the subtraction was so easy and adding 13 wasn't that hard. All right, 261 minus 74. Notice I have a big digit. Both my big digits are on the bottom, so that actually makes my compensation easier. So I could add, I don't know that I really like adding anything to get 99 there. We could add a 38, which makes it 299, but adding 38 to that problem, well, 70 plus 30 equals 100, and 8 plus 4 equals 12. So it wasn't too bad. 200 minus 100 equals 100. 90 minus 10 equals 80. 9 minus 2 equals 7. 187. Let's add the partner. Now, if I add a 6, it will only get me to 80, which I'll still have the big digits. So let's add the partner to 100, which is 26. Now, you could have double compensated, but if you know your partners, you can just add the partner. 261 plus 26 is 287. Subtract, and it's 187. All right, decide which one you like. Again, I really think I like getting to the hundreds if it's not complicated. All right, 315 minus 49. Notice your big digits are on the bottom again. Now, to get to 99, I would have to add 84. That is not easy, but I could also subtract 16. The reason I know that is because if I subtract 15, I'm to 300. So subtracting 16 gets me to 299. I can subtract 49 minus 16 easily and get 36. 299 minus the columns is 263. Something doesn't look right about that problem. Let's try it over here. Let's add 51 and add 51. 366 minus 100 equals 266. Oh, I found my mistake, kids. 49 minus 16 equals 33. And so this would be a 66. Sometimes that's why I like to try them both ways, is because if our answers are wrong, you'll find out. Again, obviously I like this way because I didn't make a mistake and it is easier for me to get to 100. Let's try the last one. All right, we have 904 minus 82. Notice this is really close to a 99, so I can subtract 5 and get to 899. 82 minus 5 equals 77. 899 minus 77 equals 822. Now, if I add my partner to 100, I'm going to add 18. 904 plus 18 equals 922. We know this is 100. There's our 90 plus 10 check equals 822. Kids, play around with these. Have fun with them. Decide whether you like the zeros or the nines. And again, sometimes it depends on the problem. Enjoy and keep practicing.